We have a signal down here which is definitely not iron. Hello guys. Well, I'll apply some box spray. I've not applied anything yet, and that's what I always say, you just need to get used to it. Let's get on with it. Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Survival Russia. So we are in the woods today, and as you most likely have figured out, we are out digging the minefield, what is in local folklore called the minefield. This is, we have never had any war out here in this region, but this is an old ammo dump. There's a lot of crazy stories behind that, and I'm getting eaten by the bugs, and it's warm and it's hot, but anyway, we are on location, and I already found some stuff, but this is stuff which have been blown up by sappers. I'm talking about, or speaking about sappers, I am a sapper, and I'm a professional. And I would not advise any of you to do what I am doing here at all, unless you are in company with qualified personnel. And also, speaking about more sappers, I of course give a shout out to my buddy and colleague sapper from the United States Marines, Danny, Wild Siberian. There'll most likely be some tags down in the description. But anyway, let's take a look at what we found already. Here we have some shrapnel, and it doesn't... it's not much different than from you will find on the old front lines, which I have been working on clearing. You can see this is a huge piece actually. There's a little one, bigger one, and this is definitely the bottom of an artillery shell for sure. So we are on the right spot. Really nasty stuff. I think this is heavy. It's a heavy guy, this one, been flying around. Well, I'll rig up the head cam, and you can see I already had a really nasty bite on this ear here. It's gotten really fat. I don't know what it was, something unpleasant. But I'll rig up the head cam, and let's see what we can find, because this is obviously an area where things have been falling down, so they most likely been blowing up stuff out there. And yeah, let's see if we can find some cool boxes or something interesting. And yeah, excuse me if it's gonna be a little bit of a sloppy camera work and so on, because it's extremely hot, and yeah, extremely hot. And I'm gonna rig up the microphones, of course, and so on. I of course have my phone here with me as a navigation device. For compass, I'm using my old trusty Casio ProTrek PG40. I would like to do a review on this guy actually, because this is an awesome thing. Sorry if it's noisy for you guys, but anyway, let's continue out in that direction there. See what's gonna happen in a few hundred meters. But you can see signal. It's iron. You can see there's pretty much signals everywhere here, and berries. See if we can find some interesting signal. Alright guys, check it out. We have a big hole over there. Maybe the sappers have been blowing up stuff down there. I think it's a little bit too deep for me. I think there's another hole over there. I'll get back to you guys if we run into something interesting. You can see this is all small iron objects. Not so interesting. So we have something down here. Let's just try and dig it for fun, but it's most likely not very interesting. Yeah. Another roundish thing. It's not that big actually. Not like the other ones over there. So you can see we have another hole over there. Where we just been. Let's continue. So let's try and dig this one down here. It looks like quite a big signal. other side here. There's another huge piece of shrapnel. Nothing interesting. So here we have one of the more dangerous finds. You can see there we have the fuse. This looks like it's broken. Looks like a broken 50 or 60 millimeter mortar round, but the fin is missing. I hope we can see something. But there we have the fuse, and that's pretty crazy. We're gonna put that one down back again. And that is what is pretty crazy about this location here, because this is a good few thousand kilometers from the old Eastern Front where all this comes from. Maybe some of it from First World War as well, because I found an old First World War mortar actually with the Italian primer and blah 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 blah. But Soviets are pretty crazy guys. They have just loaded onto the trains, train loads literally, of mortar rounds and all sorts of stuff live, and just drove it out here and dumped it, and had some prisoners of war or soldiers or both to dump it. That's pretty insane actually when you think about it. But yeah, our first real find, so to speak. But we want to, there should be some boxes, and we've been here before, but it's a really tough area to search, as you can see. But yeah, we'll check it out. See if we have some boxes or containers with some dates and stuff on. That'll be pretty cool. All these explosives and stuff we don't really need. Here we have another signal. This is definitely a shell case of some kind. See if we have any. There definitely should be some inscriptions on it. See if I can make anything of it. But anyway, first find which is not iron. Insects are brutal. And I was here just to have some fun, some professional fun. But I cannot see anything. Cannot see any markings. If it's Russian, Soviet, or German or what. We'll keep searching. Alright guys, so we have one of them again. Mortar round. Here we have the fin. I guess this is a German 50 millimeter. Fuse and all. Ugh. But the fuses on all this hopefully and most likely do not really work. That is actually not the biggest problem with old munitions. One of the bigger problems is, of course, that the active ingredients, or what we can say, they can get unstable over time, because they're in such devices. Of course, are used safety compounds. We also have a pinpointer, which makes things a little bit easier. There's another shell casing. Maybe we should go here and dig metal, but the problem is that it's super difficult to get things out from here, because you cannot drive here or anything like that. Impossible, as you can see. That's gonna be tough work, but that's the second one I have found. Let's move on. But this is almost impenetrable. I have been clearing a lot of old World War II stuff on the old front lines, so it's not unfamiliar to me, this stuff here. If I remember correctly, my personal record of cleaning AP mines and personal mines, Soviet ones called POMZ, POMs. I dug 146 in a few hours. That was pretty crazy. They also called the corn cob kukuruza. Of course it looks like a corn cob. Oh, dang it, this is tough. Strange way of relaxation, because we're of course here because I'm almost finished with the floors. I just want to take a day off with the floors and the house and yeah, just bring you guys along. So yeah, I hope it gets interesting. I hope it doesn't get too interesting actually. We'll see about that. But I found a lot of really awesome mushrooms. These guys here. This is my favorite mushroom. It's Rishiki, it's called. Some of them are a little bit old, but definitely eatable. And Mrs. Russia and mother-in-law are definitely gonna be happy about that. These are really cool mushrooms. So that was almost the whole bag of Rishiki. Hello guys. Just had another signal. We have like 400 meters in that direction to another location. Well, I'll apply some box spray. I've not applied anything yet. And that's what I always say, you just need to get used to it. But I mean, you cannot use box spray against these everywhere on all your clothes. That is impossible. But I'll apply some now. I would also like to give a shout out, as usual almost, to Rhino Rescue here, because this is what I brought with me on this trip. Because if there is a trip where you could need an AFAC or an IFAC, this is definitely it. So that's the SE version, and this is most likely a little bit more than I need, but this is high quality stuff, good stuff. So check the links in the description, because Rhino Rescue have been awesome and sponsoring this channel here. That's for the past month or so. So yeah, check them out. Links in the description. Let's get on with it. We have a signal down here, which is definitely not iron. Uh-oh. That is a mortar or artillery fuse, as you can see. Hopefully it's been blown up or deactivated by being blown up, but who knows. Yeah, that was not iron. So here we have another thingy. Box. Whoa, this is a brutal trip, brutal terrain. We've been jumping around. Let's see. Whoa. 1.5 kilometers in there and back here on the old railroad track. A max speed 3.4 kilometers an hour. Oh, but it's brutal, and box spray doesn't help much against these bugs here. They're crazy. But we're not done yet. We will head a little bit down there, like a kilometer or something, and get back in and let's see what we can find. I don't have that much time today because I got up too late. It's 4 o'clock almost now, and because I knew I had to get up early. I couldn't sleep, of course, right? But let me show you this Rhino Rescue AFAC Advanced First Aid Kit, or the SE edition, just because we are here and because we are sitting a little bit. One of the things that I find really cool with it is that we can pop this strap there. And then we have free access to our first aid kit, so our AFAC here. and it has all the bells and whistles. And one of the things which are really awesome about Rhino rescues here is that the tourniquets. I hope I'm not gonna use it today, but the tourniquets, I've seen several tests where they actually beat the cat tourniquet, which is the cat is of course almost the CAT is like almost the standard, if you can say, industry standard for tourniquets. Oh, I'm seriously, I'm getting eaten, and I already applied box spray on my clothes and everything, and when you sweat this much, it doesn't help. But instead of making a long review, if you are in the market or something like that, what we can say for first aid kit, then go and check out the links down below, because there will be several of them. And it's of course Molly compatible and all that funky stuff. So I'll just get it back on, and hopefully I'll not need it on this trip here. Whoa. I need a mosquito and bug first aid kit. That's for damn sure. Well, let's go. As you can see, there's shrapnel here everywhere, and what we want to try and do is see if we can maybe find some boxes and so on that the Sappers they forgot, or some of the boxes that the Sappers have opened and so on, or small containers and all sorts of funky stuff. Some say they are printing tools and so on. I fully believe it, but as you can see, it's a big area. But basically we're on a railroad line here, and they just drove in here and unloaded in different locations, not too far into the forest there. So let's see what we can find. So we're back in, guys. I don't know how promising this is. This is like a swamp. Well, let's see if we have anything like in the other location. We certainly do. Oh, but I twisted my ankle. Dang it. Wow. That is not awesome. Dang rubber boots. Oh. Oh. I have a good few kilometers out. It's more like a surface find almost. Shell casing. What is that like? 45 millimeter anti-tank or something like this. Pack Panzerabwehrkanone, most likely. That's a big guy. Oh, that was also an oi. It almost looks like if this guy have been fired at some point. This is without fuse or anything like that, so it's like purely for impact. So here we have something interesting. This is actually a rack for German rack for mortars, and it looks like it's 50 millimeter mortars, most likely, as we found earlier. Here would you have detonators and stuff. As far as I remember anyway. I still have paint on it and stuff like that. Not too bad. Was at least something interesting. So how many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Here we have another crater. I don't know. Here we have another box in a poor condition. Ah, mosquitoes. Anyway, you could unlock it this way and lock the stuff in place in the other way. And it's obviously been blown up. We have no writing on it left, but we still have paint. pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be 5 small infantry mortars. Here we have another funky thing. This is actually the can. Shut up. This is actually the can for a jumping mine. So in here have been a jumping mine with a wire attached to it and stuff like that. As they pop and they jump up like 1.5 meters, and we're getting somewhere. We also have to get out soon. It's always like that. Artillery shell. It's not been fired. You can see we still have the driving band here. If it's been fired, there would be rifling on the driving band. And if it's not been fired, then it's not as dangerous. No, it's not dangerous, of course, but we still have some stuff left in it, actually. I can see this is not sand. But that is a big artillery shell. Here we have something a little bit interesting, actually. We have some markings here. Well, I cannot really see what's written on it. But you can see here, we actually have the old charge, the old driving charge within it still, which have not been set off by whenever the Sappers blew it up. So just because stuff have been blown up is not always safe, but this should be pretty safe, actually. But this is what the driving charge looks like. It's some sticks. The whole casing here is full of some very funky sticks, as you can see. And they burn super fast. So that's a little bit more interesting place. And the general location is it's much larger than we just searched, but I don't have more time today. 5:30. Have to get back. We have kilometers to hike with a bad angle. It's not too bad. It became nice. So yeah, another location to maybe visit once again. So guys, please check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out of the train, get it done, do something awesome. See you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Good to see you all again.